You're listening to the WordPress and Tech podcast with Natalie Crow Designs and the NCD Academy, the podcast designed for non-techies in business wanting to build, improve, and maintain profitable WordPress websites without the tech overwhelm. I'm your host, Natalie Crow, creator of the NCD Academy WordPress 101 course and the NCD Tech Sessions membership. I'll be sharing with you tips, tricks, resources, and my take on WordPress from my 14 plus years industry experience as a WordPress expert. I'm a strong believer that tech is just a tool that we as business owners have access to share our message and help more people. So my goal here is to help you demystify the tech and help you make the most of your WordPress website. Let's dive in. Hey there, lovelies, and welcome to today's episode. Today I want to have a quick chat with you in regards to choosing a hosting company. So there are a range of different hosting companies available, some better than others. I'd say your WordPress website is actually going to be a database driven system. So you want to know that your actual hosting company that you're using has the ability to cater for that. Whilst the actual WordPress site is likely to be more robust and lightweight than other systems, but you still want to make sure that the actual performance of that site is not going to come under jeopardy if you have lots of things going on. And by actually looking at a hosting company that is dedicated for WordPress hosting, you're in a better position. So how do we actually go about choosing a hosting company? As I said, there's lots and lots out there. You can simply go to Google and go WordPress hosting, and your location. The reason why we go through and actually make sure that you're hosting or the server where your website is hosted is actually based somewhere within your location. You think about the actual website itself, it's actually being delivered. So for example, I've got clients all over the world. So it's primarily looking at where your clients are going to be based, but it's also going through and having, you're going to spend a lot of time going through and actually interacting with your own website. So you want to make sure that that actual website is actually hosted in a location that's going to deliver the content well for you as well. So it's going through and actually making sure, say for example, for all of my Australian clients, I obviously offer Australian based hosting here. If you're in the UK, which many of you are, then I'm aware, but I do use Siteground. I've got details in the actual show notes for today. In regards to the actual Siteground options that you've got there, I am a partner with them. With that, they do go through and offer new clients and things like that, a 50% discount for the first 12 months. This is good when you're just getting started, but it is something that you do need to go through and actually budget for at the end of the 12 months when the price goes up. I usually look at it from the point of view that if you, even though you're getting a 50% discount, if you can go through and actually budget in your expenses, okay, for the next 2 years, it's going to cost me, this amount of money, and actually keep that into consideration. Making that as one of our goals to go through, work out the expenses of our actual site, how much it's actually costing us to run it, and then making sure that the actual website returns an investment or gives a return on investment when we go through and actually set it up. So as I'm going through, as I said, you've got Siteground that I'd recommend. I use Venture IP for my Australian hosting. If by chance you are looking to go through and actually get this set up and you're not sure how to go about it, you're more than welcome to get in touch in regards to hosting with the hosting functionalities that I do offer. I do set them up for you and that kind of thing to get you started, so you're not having to tackle that tech element. But yeah, for anyone else that's actually looking to independently or DIY go through, just searching up Google, WordPress hosting, in your location will give you a range of different options that you can go through and have a look at as well. But yeah, alright my loves, I hope that helps. Keeping in mind performance and for search engine optimization, it does matter where you actually host your site. Choosing a reliable hosting company based on things like going and looking at their reviews, or even asking around and speaking to other colleagues and people in your industry or in your networks and see what other options they use. Making sure that the hosting company that you've got is in your location, and also going through and making sure that you look at the budgeting side of things so that when it comes to the end of the 12 months, you're not scrambling to actually pay or the renewal for that hosting. You've already taken that into consideration and put that funds away. The only other thing that I'll throw in there while we're talking finance for side of things, whilst I'm not advised to actually give financial advice, just going through and actually making sure that you look at those things like your domain name and your hosting and any other paid elements that you actually add into your website, for example plugins and things. Always make a note of those so that when it comes around, when they're actually due to expire, that you do have the information there to go, okay, I need to go in here, here and here. I need to go in and actually pay for the account here.
and even just keeping it handy in terms of the website that you've got to go to, the username and password that you use to go through. You'll get email reminders from those companies that'll tell you when your actual hosting and things like that are due. But it's always good to have that handy. As a means of going through and keeping it all collected. 12 months will pass really quickly, especially when you're focusing on, you're actually building this business up and people are starting to interact with you. So it can always be good to have that on hand when the time comes. But yeah, alright my loves, I will talk to you soon. I hope you found that helpful. If you've got any questions at all, feel free to come on over to the WordPress Help Hub, which is my free community on Facebook. Or you can check out the show notes for any other resources that I've got there for you. Alright my loves, I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
You've been listening to the WordPress and Tech podcast with Natalie Crow. I'd love for you to go through and subscribe so you don't miss any of our next episodes. Also head over to ncdacademy.com.au/podcast for all of our free resources and tools and tips.